What's today? Today is Thursday, December 18th, and this is Yoda Live. We're coming in and out. Hello, one and all. All right. As people come in, we'll get going. Oh man, what a weird week it's been. And it's only Thursday. But this whole year, ever since Trump got back into office, it's just been a horror show. An absolute horror show. And the fact that he still has support after all the madness, like he's just off the chain as far as, legal presidential behavior. I want to put it that way. Like nothing's ever happened like this. I mean, yeah, there's been bad presidents. Presidents have done fucked up things, no question about it. Even good presidents have done fucked up things. Like Obama with his drone program. And, I'm not sure if the deportations that he did were good things. But, there was FDR, who easily one of the best presidents that America's had. He took what the Republicans destroyed in 1928, because they had power. In 1928, they had all the powers, just like they do now. And that was the last time they had all the power, too, until now. And, you know, they, oh, thank you, Compy 3 for the Heart Me. Back in 1928, they had all the power, and what happened? They prioritized businesses, they supported profits and wealthy people and all that other stuff, and the crash of 1929 happened. Because that's what Republicans do. They come in and they trash the economy. And then FDR came in and fixed all that, but even with his brilliance, he had the Japanese internment, which was an absolutely awful thing. So even a good president can do bad things, but of the bad presidents that we've had, which, historians have largely agreed on, I mean, there's some back and forth between historians, but it seems like the consensus now is that Trump is going to go down in history as the worst president ever. Is it possible that there'll be worse presidents in the future? Maybe, but that would be really bad news for America. Because right now, the America that we know or that we knew is gone. You know, this this insanity has taken everything that Americans and people that call themselves patriots and all this stuff, and everything that they believe in, and just turned it upside down. Pretty wild stuff. Anyway, I know there's just a few of us in here, but please share out the live. It means you want to go uh, somewhere. Well, you want to start up here with the heart meets, just like Comp 3 did. I wish I knew whether it was Comp 3 or Compy 3. I'm not sure, but um, and you want to do the heart me. It's just a TikTok coin, but it's a big indicator to the algorithm whether people like lives or not. All right, so that's good to do. And you also want to share the live, right? And the best way to do that is press your finger gently on the screen, right around my nose or maybe my forehead, and then you'll see your friends list pop up. And once it does, you can just click the word send right next to them, and you could do that like 40 or 50 times. And that includes any lists that you're a part of, or any lists that you've created. You can make, lists of up to 30 people, but it only counts as one send. It's to one list. I don't know why, but that's the way it works. So that's a good thing to do. Oh, username, thank you, Chicago. That's an interesting username. All right, so as people are coming in, let's play a couple songs. People a chance to settle in and get things going. So this is one of my favorite singers who's been in many bands. And this goes back a ways. I believe it goes back to 1974 or 75. This is Ace with How Long? I remember when I used to listen to songs on the radio when I was like 12, 13 years old. I had my little tiny radio that I would listen to stuff on. As it got to the end of the songs and they were fading away, I always used to turn up the volume because I hated not knowing what they were saying at the end. And sometimes they said some interesting stuff. All right, so that was 1974, and 7 years later, a band that I love named Squeeze decided to recruit Paul Carrick for, I think, just one song. It might have been a whole album, I don't know, but it was certainly for one song and it's possibly my favorite Squeeze song. It's called "Tempted."
I bought a toothbrush, some toothpaste, a flannel for my face, pajamas, a hairbrush, new shoes, and a case. I said to my reflection, let's get out of this place. Past the church and the steeple, the laundry on the hill, billboards and the buildings, memories of it still keep calling and calling, but forget it all, I know I will. Tempted by the fruit of another, tempted but the truth is discovered. What's been going on, and now that you have gone, there's no other. Tempted by the fruit of another, tempted but the truth is discovered. I'm at the car park, the airport, the baggage carousel.
The people keep on grabbing.
And wishing I was well. I said it's no occasion.
It's no story I can tell.
At my bedside, empty pocket, a foot without a sock. Your body gets much closer. I fumble for the clock, alarmed by the seduction. I wish that it would stop. Tempted by the fruit of another, tempted but the truth is discovered. What's been going on, now that you have gone, there's no other. Tempted by the fruit of another, tempted but the truth is discovered. I bought a novel, some perfume, a fortune all for you. But it's not my conscience that hates to be untrue. I asked of my reflection, tell me what is there to do. Tempted by the fruit of another, tempted but the truth is discovered. What's been going on, now that you have gone, there's no other. Tempted by the fruit of another, tempted but the truth is discovered. Tempted by the fruit of another, tempted but the truth is discovered. Tempted by the fruit of another, tempted but the truth is discovered. Tempted by the fruit of another, tempted but the truth is discovered.
All right, all right, all right. There it is. Squeeze. Pitmaster says President Dump is the greatest president ever. Yeah, you're right. Unless you compare him to any other president, then he's the worst. So let's get the party started. Let me invite Jessica up if you feel like joining me. Not, of course, chill in the chat. Yeah, so Bernie says good football game on. Okay, great. And Dino, maybe you could tell me more about why you think I should read the Clinton Chronicles. What does that have to do with anything? You know, what I love about my title is that it's not conjecture. This is based on what the White House is reporting. They're the ones that are putting out the numbers regarding these boat bombings, and now they have 99 bodies that they have taken away. They have just destroyed 99 lives, and the people that were connected to them, I'm sure, are suffering. And they did that just because they felt like it. No evidence, no due process, no nothing. Just, oh, we see boats in the water and we want to blow them up. I'd love to know how any American justifies that. So, Goldfast, or is that what that says? Oh, excuse me. Uh, looks like Golfaz. Probably a fake account. I don't know, but if you want to come up and explain about, your enthusiasm for Donnie Dump, that would be interesting. I think. I'm just kidding. Probably be dumb, but why not? So I wonder if you Dump fans are just ignoring the fact that he is allegedly ending people's lives extrajudiciously. Almost couldn't say that. Extrajudiciously. That's better. But why are you okay with that? I'm curious. Pitmaster typing in all fucking caps. Lunatic. Why do you think that? Why do you think Dump is the best president ever? What Right, yeah, they're supposed to be pro life. Yeah. That's a good point. That's a good point, Black Doug on a roof. Um they're supposed to be pro life, but they're celebrating these people, these 99 lives that were taken for no reason. Well, Jessica says, on the one hand, there's no way we could underestimate him. Yeah. Let's see. Andy Drew says, I bet you they can't tell you. Yeah, I wouldn't take that bet because I agree with you. They, like, I've spent a lot of time asking MAGA hats why, and they generally don't have an answer. They try to make up one. They try to backfill because here's what I think the real answer is. It's kind of simple because if you're not a millionaire or a billionaire, then the only reason that you would vote for Dump is the racism. Because what else has he offered you? He's not giving you anything. He's not helping you out in any way. So just for the satisfaction of having a racist in office, that's what you're into. It can't be anything else. And if it is, they have never been able to articulate it. What's the number one answer they give as to why they voted for him? Oh, the border. And then they don't know anything about the border. Uh, Black Doug says they are too deep with a weak behind poker face or racist. Not exactly sure what that means. Yeah, Jessica, they swear he's great for the economy, and literally the Ahmed said it's a lot less than Clinton. Okay, come up and explain that, Ahmed. Tell me where you're getting. I can't invite you up. You're another one that I can't invite up, but you can request up. And please explain to me how, where is the evidence that Clinton did anything? I don't know if you know this, but the Clintons were investigated constantly and nothing came up. Now, well, so I'm assuming that you know better than the investigators, you know better than the courts. You have some super secret knowledge that nobody else has that you can come up and share, but I doubt that you're going to. Calvin Holloway says, because we free from the Democrat plantation Jesus put dump in office. I didn't see that coming. Jesus put dump in office. um. Oh. So. So Mitch Russ. Um. Hi, Jessica. How you doing? Mitch
Well, you
Russ.
know.
Mitch Russ has a really brilliant take on the economy. He said, every presidential term is in the economy the president before set. Not entirely true. The first 9 months, yes, because the economy from the previous president runs out in October. Uh, but other than that, like, and I bet that this person was complaining about Biden's economy and not following their own logic.
Yeah, and that's not to say too that, so say they do inherit a great economy, the incoming president can still find ways to fuck it up within that first 9 months,
Yeah,
which
it
we see
takes a stroke of a
evidenced
pen.
with this. Yeah, we see evidence with this
Yeah,
administration. I did have a question though for
yeah.
the previous one of the previous commenters. Point out to me just one teaching of Christ that Trump follows as to why Jesus would put Trump in office.
And Calvin
Give me
says,
just one.
read the scripture before you laugh. I've probably read way more scripture than you have, and I find that idea hilarious. The idea that Jesus put dump into office is really, really stupid.
Yeah, name one teaching of Jesus that Trump follows, because it's not loving your neighbor, it's not being kind to others, it's not feeding the hungry or sheltering the poor or any of those
Oh
things.
boy,
You
Steve is
know,
really on the short bus. Look at him. What does Trump pile of bodies mean? Wow. He doesn't even know current events, huh? Yeah, I didn't know we were going to have religious idiots on here because, like, normally I don't like to include fictional characters in my conversation of current events. So I don't know why we would bring Jesus into this. So,
okay, Steve, I'll make it easy for you. All of the people that are that Donny Boy is directly responsible for the unaliving of. We can take all of the boats from Venezuela. We can look at the 600,000 plus that have unalived due to him cutting the aid that otherwise keeps them alive. You know, a number of ways.
yeah,
Yeah. No, we don't believe in Jesus.
it's pretty obvious. Why would I? I don't believe in the tooth fairy either. But Satan, you scared to read the truth? Maybe try typing in English. I don't know what the fuck you're saying, man.
No, like as he said previously, he has read scripture, he just doesn't consider it the truth because it's an amalgamation of stories told by a bunch of different people that have been translated and retranslated dozens of times over the course of thousands of years. So, you know.
Yeah, I think the Bible's in like 140 different languages, you know? And some words don't translate. And some people translated words incorrectly. You know, like there's
Steve,
shockingly little about man on man attraction in the Bible. Almost nothing. There's like literally like one or two sentences about it, and yet there's paragraphs in two sections of the Bible, Leviticus and Deuteronomy, about eating shellfish. And yet these people aren't out there picketing Red Lobster, but they're mad at a man that's attracted to another man. Danny, what's up, brother? How you doing?
Yeah, how many versions of the Bible you say there is in translation? How many?
Well, as far as, I mean, there's several versions of the Bible. There's the new international version, and there's the King James version, and there's like probably close to a dozen just English versions of the Bible, but then it's been translated into roughly 140 different languages.
Yeah, so as comic books too. So that tells you what ranking the Bible is a little bit.
Right.
Anyway, hello, my friends.
Hello.
I had
I
to
didn't
say that.
expect you to be up here. I'm glad you made it.
Well,
Hey, Grandpa.
hey, hi, Jessica. Good to see you. Anyway, no, I got tied up on another live for a few minutes, and I said, "Oh, I'm late. I got to go," and I took off.
Well, I
So,
appreciate it.
yeah, good to see you.
Um,
I am on my phone, so I don't know how it's working doing this, but
it's fine. I hear you perfectly.
good. Okay, well, this is the first time I've been on live with my phone, so I thought I'd give it a shot.
There you go. I
So,
use my phone most of the time when I'm on other people's lives. Actually, the only time that was not true was when I was a guest host, a co-host rather, on your on your show where we were both on screen together.
oh yeah, right,
That was the
right.
only time I used my computer
And
to
that
do
was a
that.
lot of fun.
Yeah, that was
We're
fun. We
gonna
should do
need
that again
we
someday.
need to do that again. We're
Yeah,
gonna
no
have to do
doubt.
that
No
again.
doubt. Yeah, so I'm up here talking about presidents and shitty things that presidents have done, even good presidents like Obama with his drone program. I still question the validity of his deportations. Even though he did them legally, I still question whether they were even necessary. Um, because it was a lot of people. I mean, he deported a lot of people, and I doubt all of them were hardcore criminals, right? Statistically, it's impossible that they would have been. Um, and presidents like FDR who saved America but had Japanese internment. So even good presidents could do shitty things, but there are also presidents that are just shitty presidents, and Dump is one of them. And now this guy, Calvin, is talking about Romans 13:1, David 2:11, Jesus put Dump in office. Look, dumb fuck. No matter how many times you type that, and no matter how many times you use all caps to type it, it's not going to change anything. You sound like a fucking idiot. Okay?
I can
Jesus
also
didn't
just
exist, you dummy. He is a fictional character in a collection of fictional stories.
I'll even take it a step further. I'll even, you know what? Let's say hypothetically he is real, right? Let's just say, give you some credit and say the hypothetical that Jesus is real, God is real, right? How was Donald Trump supposedly elected? By people voting for him, right? Well, let's think about this. What is God not allowed to do? Affect free will, right? So he wouldn't be able to affect the free will of people to vote for somebody, right? So how did he make it to where Trump was put in office if he can't affect the free will of people to get them to vote for Trump?
Well, the free will question is kind of an interesting one because I don't see how people have free will based on the Bible if God is like, do what I do or I'll torture you for the rest of eternity. That doesn't sound like free will. That sounds like coercion.
Oh my
And
God,
Steve
Calvin,
says, I
that's not
thought
what the
Jesus was a
Antichrist is.
carpenter. Okay, yeah. In the
Calvin, that's
fictional
not.
story, he's a carpenter. Okay.
Calvin, that's not what the Antichrist is. Not believing in the scripture doesn't automatically make someone the Antichrist, you fucking numbskull. Jesus.
Oh boy. Look, he's so basically Calvin is one of these dummies that will tell you that the Bible is true because the Bible says it's true, right? So, Calvin, let me ask you something. When someone's on trial, if if uh if they say I'm not guilty and the prosecutor says, "Can you prove that?" do they say, well, yeah, I just said I'm not guilty. That's the proof, right? Is that how that works? No, it doesn't. So just continuously quoting Bible quotes, you might as well be quoting Peter Pan or, the Jack and the Beanstalk or any other fucking fairy tale. Those are not any more real than the Bible is. The Bible is not more real just because you think it's real.
And who's this guy's name? What is his name that's talking this stuff?
I don't know, Nubnuts McGee. I don't know what the fuck his name is.
I don't know what that
Calvin.
means. Calvin, gotcha. Calvin, do you believe in Santa Claus yet? Because that was a fictional character too, just like Jesus.
Yeah. And people wrote that down too. People wrote that
Yeah,
story
there's
down,
no
so
proof.
it must be true, right? Because it's written down.
Yep.
Arndt here. No, we have a pretty good grasp of how Christianity views God, right? The end all be all, the is and ever was type bullshit. We don't think of him as some guy on a cloud. That's horseshit. Um, we understand the Christian view of what God as a deity is. We just don't believe it. This is not hard to understand, or at least it fucking shouldn't be, but here you are proving me wrong.
Look at Calvin saying, bro, it amazes me that your boss, Satan, believes in Jesus and fears him, but he got you to deny him. Okay, tell me one quote that Satan made about Jesus. I'll wait. Take your time,
Also,
Yeah.
in order for Satan to be our boss, we would have to believe in him too, and we don't.
Yeah. So you're just a child, dude. You're just a child. You believe fairy tales written by people who didn't know what bacteria was. Like literally, they didn't know what bacteria was.
Listen, if you want to believe in Jesus, that's fine. That's
Yeah.
fine. That doesn't inherently make you a bad person. We don't tell children that they're bad people for believing in Santa. Like it's okay. You can believe in Jesus. I will defend your right to believe in whatever you want to believe in, but stop treating it like a dick and trying to shove it down everyone's throat. You don't have my
What's
consent.
that? Arndt Pekka says host is only projecting. So you don't know what projecting means, do you? Come up and tell me how I'm projecting.
Yeah, that'd be interesting.
AMD Pekka or ARND. I'm not even sure. Come and tell me how I'm projecting. Look, I'll even invite you up so you can explain to me how I'm projecting.
Okay,
Host
Calvin,
has few
you
brain
say
wrinkles.
Calvin says, so you're comfortable with going to hell. That makes you Satan's worker. We're not comfortable with
No.
going to hell. We don't believe in hell.
Yeah,
We don't
why would I
think we're
be
going
comfortable
there.
with an imaginary
We're
place, you
already
fucking
there.
infant?
We're already here. We're already there.
So you're comfortable, wrong, you're with going to hell that makes you Satan's worker. Wow. This is so sad to me that there are adults who really think like this, that they have no ability to think rationally. Yeah, Calvin is too scared to come up. I mean, it seems like that, right? Yeah.
Calvin also said just because you don't believe in it doesn't make it not exist. Okay, and just because you believe in it doesn't mean it does exist.
There you
Just like
go.
children believing in Santa
Calvin got
doesn't make
caught
Santa
up in
exist.
his own logic. Oh no. The fisherman got caught in his own net.
I have no problem with you believing in God. That's fine. Believe in God all you want to, but stop telling me that I have to or that I'm going to suffer for all eternity because I don't believe in it. Right? You believe in whatever you want to believe in. That's fine, but offer us the same courtesy. If we don't want to believe in it, that should be fine too. It's not your
Yeah,
business.
and I'll say this. I can't say definitively that God doesn't exist, but I can say definitively that there's never been any evidence presented that he does. And I shouldn't even say he, because clearly the Bible is not even clear on what or who God is and how many gods there are, because in Genesis, God said, we made man in our image. That's plural. Okay, so does that mean that there's more than one God? Does that mean that God is both man and woman, since a man and a woman were created by them? We strongly suspect that God believes that there are many gods, because in the Ten Commandments, the first thing he told us was not to put any other gods before him. So what's the story there?
Wouldn't that then mean that there are others? He just wants you to choose him first,
Yeah,
right?
and that seems like a very petty human emotion.
Right. Calvin says, so if you don't believe in Jesus, why use his amenities? Stop breathing his air. Here's the thing. Did you know, Calvin, that we have scientific evidence of how air is produced? It wasn't Jesus. Also, I'm pretty sure that people lived before the birth of Jesus. So, Jesus himself didn't just clap his hands and make air into existence.
That is fucking hilarious. Wow. MAGA, God is good. Woof. Is there some kind of thing going on in the atmosphere today that I'm not aware of? Like, what the fuck is happening?
We're scraping the bottom of the barrel here, apparently.
Oh, Jeannie's going to join us. Hey, Jeannie, how are you?
Hey, I'm doing all right. How are you guys doing?
It's good. We're trying to corral the fucking patients that escaped from the asylum. It's just some wild shit going on in the comments, man. And none of them are willing to come up.
You gotta bring some sugar. You gotta get some sugar. Start talking about how Trump is great. I can pretend to be Michael. Trump. I love to eat dirt, and Trump is great. Does that voice sound good?
Sure.
Oh my fucking God.
Oh,
Calvin
sorry.
says sorry, no, you're okay. You got scientific knowledge of how air was created. You sound like you're smoking something.
There you go.
We've known it for decades. We've known how air is created.
No, I'll tell you. No, you know what? We have it all wrong. A virgin from the Mediterranean either had a virgin birth or just lied about who she banged to not get in trouble with her husband. But, either way, we have it wrong. That story from the Bible makes perfect sense. It makes perfect sense that they got all of the animals on earth onto a boat for 40 days, and none of the animals ate the other animals in that 40 days. That makes perfect sense.
But also two of each animal.
Two of them,
a male and a female, right?
Yep.
Of each animal, even the bugs and even the fucking primordial motherfuckers.
No mention
of
no mention of koala bears, though. Somehow they missed those.
Yeah, those fuckers, apparently, they survived the flood because they're so lazy and dumb.
Here's Calvin. This is his mic drop question. Who created the sun and the moon? Listen carefully, Calvin. I don't know. I don't know.
Calvin.
But neither do you.
Calvin, were you homeschooled, buddy?
I think he was raised under a sink somewhere.
Oh, Clinton's pile of bodies, apparently.
Leslie,
Leslie, go ahead. Name them. Name the evidence that Clinton has a pile of bodies. Go ahead.
Leslie, jump on up here. Come on, baby girl.
Oh, Leslie's not.
Wait, am I taking up the last spot?
No. I have 6 spots.
Okay, good.
Leslie,
good.
Leslie sounds like one of those numbskulls that will not come up. But here, I'll invite Leslie up. Why not?
Yes.
Let's see if
while
Leslie
we're reading
comes
for
up.
Leslie, can I tell you guys about my night until somebody comes up? I had a great night. I went to one of the cult theaters here that they usually play Die Hard around Christmas time. So went there with a friend. We watched some Die Hard. Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker. It was a lot of fun. It was great.
Die Hard was a watershed moment in action films,
Oh, hell yeah, it was.
because for the people that weren't
Agreed.
really like old enough to have a comparison, there was never the hero of a film who showed fear.
Yes,
In
and
some
someone else getting
cases,
bloody, right?
some heroes never got injured at all. They just were the hero of the film, you know. So for him to be, imperfect, he was a divorced cop and all that other shit, but he was scared and all that other shit. Like, you know, that was a real different moment in film, and it was, still it holds up as a brilliant film. I haven't watched it in a long time. Maybe I'm overdue.
Absolutely.
I just watched Love
Absolutely.
Actually over the weekend. That was fun.
It's a fun one, but I'm not much into like the rom-coms. But
I
so
love
one of my
rom-coms.
favorite. Well, I think I can get over that. I still love you, Yoda. But okay, there's one part in Die Hard that actually is really sweet, and you don't really see it in a lot of other movies. But so like when John McClane is at that moment where he's not sure if he's going to make it out.
Richard,
He's
I
taking
agree
out a
with
lot
you,
of
but I
the
don't know why you're spamming, dude. You sound like a lunatic. Like, what are you doing?
oof. But
Yoda,
so like
may,
he's
may
in.
I... Sorry, go ahead, Jeannie.
Okay, I'm just gonna. So at that part where he's kind of in the bathroom, he's talking with what's his name?
Reginald Vell Johnson.
Family Ties. That's right. That's right. And he's just like, listen, if I don't make it out, you tell my wife that I should have been better. Like that I should have listened to her. I should have kind of like, what is it? I should have supported her more and stuff like that. Not just that like, oh, I didn't mean to cheat. It's a very sweet moment, and he's like crying at that moment. He's bloody as hell. His shirt went from white to brown, and like he's just in that moment. Like, if I don't make it out of here, just tell her that I'm sorry that I wasn't the husband I should have been, kind of thing.
Very human
And
moment.
Yeah.
very very human. And even the cops like, shut up. You tell her when you get out here. It's like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Someone told me, actually, well, I one time, you know how on the Book of Faces you can put a nickname, not just your first and last name.
oh
You can put a
really?
nickname. Yeah, you can put a nickname in. And one time, just for fun, I put that my nickname was Reginald Vell Johnson, and someone sent me a message about how much they loved my films.
Oh my god, of course they did.
It was fucking hilarious. And
You
I
should
was
have kept
like,
going, be like, yes, I need
it's
some
not,
money.
it's not me, dude. Like, and I know I kind of looked like him, especially before the full beard.
Not at all.
No, look, I look like 90% of the composite sketches out there. Okay, bald head, Van
All
Dyke.
right, all right.
I'm not under any illusion about that, So yeah, but I just thought it was hilarious that he like really thought that I was the guy. Let's see.
You
What
should have
I
seen how
do?
long you could have gotten that going, and then
Yeah, I should have tried to get some money
You
out
know?
of that dumb fuck.
fuck yeah.
And like, I'm so
And
glad you like
tomorrow-
my movies. I need help with rent this month.
If
The
you want to
residuals
support my
have dried
next
up.
project,
Yes, I'll be doing a introspective into Die Hard. Come on, from the perspective of a black cop.
Right. So I have another live goal up for anybody that wants to get at it. By the way, one of the chicks from that show did adult film work?
Was it his wife?
No, one of the daughters.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Oh god! Because all you see them as his children. So thanks for that visual. How terrible.
Hey man,
don't-
I don't make the
show?
news. I just report it. So
Also, I was
girl from, what was it called? Family Ties? Family Matters? What was it called?
Family Matters.
Family Matters.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Die Hard, like the daughters in that.
Oh, I
No,
thought
no,
so.
no.
Yeah.
Sorry. I skipped around without
Oh, shit.
signaling. All right, here we go.
Ooh, you got
Girl from
a
Family
SpongeBob one. Who did that? That's awesome.
Yes, thank you. Oh wow, that goal was achieved already. Shit. Oh yeah, so Jamie Foxworth. who played Judy Winslow. She got into adult film. You know who else's daughter, like real life daughter, got into adult films, and almost nobody knows this? I'm going to give you a
Who?
hint. The Matrix.
Okay. Is it Keanu? Does Keanu have any kids?
No.
No.
Okay. Is it?
He
Is
had
it?
one who passed
What's her
away.
name?
Was it
Trinity?
Lawrence?
Oh.
Lawrence
Was
Fishburne's
it Lawrence
daughter.
Fishburne?
Yep.
Okay. Okay.
His daughter does like, or did, at least for a while, real hardcore adult work.
Wow.
All
Yes,
right.
Carrie
Well, you
got
know
it.
what? No judging, no judgment. But
Yeah.
as a father, you
Make-
can't really, enjoy the work of your daughter in a.
Oh, my God.
God.
Oh
Yeah.
my God,
God.
my sack just went into my fucking thorax.
I'm so
what
sorry.
the fuck?
My ovaries
Jesus
just
Christ.
dried up and dropped out. My
Jesus.
God.
Yeah.
That was painful to hear. Wow.
I'm so sorry. Oh.
Oh god. Okay. Next topic, guys. Fuck. Ugh.
And anyways,
Oh fuck, that's hilarious. Oh,
You're
but I
welcome.
really did feel the muscles around my sack like pull up. That was crazy.
as you
Wow.
should have, as you should have.
Oh,
You never know where this conversation's going to go with Judy.
right. Yeah, first we're roasting
Grandpa.
Jesus freaks, now this.
Hi, Jeannie.
How you doing? Sorry, and guys, I do have to let you guys know, I'm not gonna be around as much like in lives, just because I found that not being in them so much, and also because I'm a Canadian, I can't do as much as I'd like to in lives, and my mental health is just it's much better when I'm not like every day in lives and fucking around. But I love you guys and know that I'm watching and I will be here and I will jump in when I can. So I appreciate you letting me up and everything.
Of
But
course.
don't think that because I'm not around or in everyone that I've forgotten about you. You guys are still my absolute loves, okay?
Oh,
Hey,
I
Sam.
appreciate that. I'm just looking forward to when the weather gets warmer so that you'll make more content wearing spaghetti strap tops.
Fair enough. And I just do also have to say, I saw this in another comment section. Your country is exhausting. So that's really it.
Yeah, I feel
Fair
that.
enough.
I truly
Yeah.
feel that. Like I lately I have this ongoing melancholy because of how horrific. Like when I woke up today and saw that the 99th person has been murked by these heartless pieces of shit, it literally made me feel awful. And I hate living in this country with this kind of shit going on.
I can tell you
Anyone-
how bad it is. I wish Richard Nixon was back in office. That's how bad it is.
Oh my God! When you wish Richard Nixon was back in office, you know shit's bad.
But you know
It is.
Can you
what's,
bring
what's
up-
interesting is that Nixon was a Boy Scout compared to what the fuck is going on now.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I wish he was back in office.
Did you guys
Oh,
hear
no
about what
shit.
Donald Trump did to the presidential portraits? What he put underneath them?
Yes,
yeah.
that was
Yeah.
fucking wild.
Oh no, I didn't
My
hear this.
God.
What did he do?
So basically, he put underneath every single presidential portrait that. So one was so Obama was his failed unaffordable care act, and
The
he
most
was the vice
divisive
president.
Yeah.
Yeah, blah
So
blah
now
blah.
he's
And then
basically
what
doing
was
the
it?
equivalent of graffiti.
Yeah, and then he did under his. He's like the greatest fucking dude. Yeah,
Of course.
it's awful.
For Joe's, it literally, the first words of it was "Sleepy Joe Biden." Apparently, Donald Trump like wrote these little biographies himself and put that
Yeah.
lined the fucking hallway with all of the former presidents with his own written biographies about them, and they're just fucking horrendous.
The thing is, though, I don't believe he wrote them himself because they were well written. I don't think he wrote them himself. I think maybe
I
Stephen
don't
Miller
think it takes much
and
to
him
write
got
Sleepy
together in the
Joe,
bathroom.
but-
Well, no, like
Yeah.
there was some big words used
Oh.
that I know that he doesn't
Yeah.
understand.
Right,
And but yeah, look into that. Hold on, there's some a-hole. What's his name? Rob Benji. See if he wants to come up and fucking talk.
Why? What is
Yeah,
he
Rob's
saying?
been thumb thugging down there. He's
Yeah.
like, and I'll keep worshiping Jesus, and what? Like, no one said you
Like,
fucking couldn't.
you go
Stop
ahead,
tring to be oppressed.
Rob. And
Also,
and he
reset your
says,
gift
"Rip
goal.
Charlie Kirk." Somebody already did that.
Oh! I heard he was a
Don't
neck
worry.
above the others.
Hey, hi.
Yeah. Don't worry, Charlie just got another hole to talk out the side of his neck from.
There you go. Look at that.
And like, you know what? Yeah. Fuck you, Charlie. I'm sorry, but fuck you, Charlie. And now I'm never going to be able to go into the United States because they're going to be like, I need 5 years of social media. I'll be like, nope, bye. Charlie Kirk
Charlie
makes you
didn't
mad
speak the truth.
because he didn't speak the truth. He spoke his own racist,
No, he just
bigoted,
spoke, he just spoke
disgusting truth.
Decades worth of racial propaganda, racist propaganda. But so
Yeah.
thank you, Rob, for letting us know that you support racism. And so now it'll let me just get rid of you because I think you're a piece of shit. So,
Yeah, and if you're not going to come up, then
No, he's
stop
blocked. He's
chirping in the
blocked.
comments.
He's blocked. He's done.
Oh wait, what happened with Obama's chef? I don't know. His
Obama's
chef,
chef. I guess he cooked shit for
What?
Obama.
and now he's cooking shit for someone else. What's the deal?
You
Grow
might have
bent
to request
grass?
up and give us the rundown. Come.
Yeah, I'd like to
speak.
know
Let us
about
know.
what happened with Obama's chef because I'm interested in
Grow
this now.
bent grass. Go ahead. Come on up and explain what happened with Obama's chef. I'd love to hear this conspiracy.
Mm-hmm.
I can't invite you up because of whatever, but you're free to request up if you're smart enough to know how to do that.
It's because he has 26 followers, and I don't think you get live access until you reach like 100.
I've had people request up with less than that. I think. I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure.
I've seen people come up with like 0 followers sometimes, and they're obviously trolls.
Oh,
But
wow.
Oh, so
You know.
his chef drowned? Okay. What's that got to do with anything?
they said he.
Oh, they're saying
sh-
it's Obama's fault. I guess he
Oh,
said he.
so
Yeah, he
Obama
murdered
murked
him.
his chef, because that makes sense.
Yeah, because
Sorry, while
nobody has
paddleboarding,
ever,
yeah.
yeah, nobody's ever drowned while paddleboarding.
Right.
Also,
Ever.
what did Obama
Have-
jump in the like the lake and then grab him and drown him because he wasn't okay with the way he cooked his steak? Like, what the fuck?
Is
Right.
kind of
He was
dumbass
like, he
shit
was
is
like,
this?
I said over easy, motherfucker.
Is Obama Jason Voorhees now, just popping out the lake and snatching people?
That's exactly
Right.
it. It's like, this is not medium rare. I'll show you medium rare.
Now
Yeah,
Obama's
there
a
you go.
swamp thing. He's just hanging out in the lakes, waiting to drown people. The fuck?
I mean, I was wondering where he was at. It could be true. He's out in the lake just fucking drowning motherfuckers.
That's like, the people, I don't, like, listen, conspiracies exist. Conspiracies are real. America started on a conspiracy, right? Which a bunch of people got together and conspired to leave England and start a new country. And there's been plenty of conspiracies since then, but not everything is a conspiracy. Sometimes
Yeah.
people just drop,
Sometimes people just die. Although,
Yeah.
I will say, maybe Charlie Kirk didn't just die. Okay, I'm just kidding. I'm not going into that. That's some bullshit.
Yeah.
But one thing I wanted to say. So, okay, and I don't know enough
Hey,
about
Optimistic
history. I'm
is
just
here.
kind of making.
Hello, Optimistic.
Hello.
So I'm sorry. Go ahead. What were you going to say?
Oh, good. I was just gonna say. So apparently, everyone came over from England to not be so controlled, and then they came over to be fucking pilgrims and burn witches. Like, what the fuck? How'd that happen?
Those are just humans.
It's
It's all just human stuff. Like, this is the dumb
Sorry,
shit.
not witches. Burn women. I'm so
But
sorry.
I'm
I meant
saying
just burn women.
this is
Yeah.
just like throughout world history, humans have done dumb shit. There's tribes in Africa that sew a little girl's vaginator clothes because of some weird fucking belief that they have, and some of those little girls wind up getting infections and passing away.
Not just that, but they also what do you call it? So it's
Carve
basically
everything out.
so that no pleasure can be felt, and yeah,
Oh,
it's disgusting.
they
Actually,
remove the
Yeah,
clitoris. Yeah,
yeah, the
and the
mutilation.
lips and everything external. Yeah.
Yeah.
that's just
Yeah.
humans doing
Ah,
crazy human shit.
yeah. Shit, guys, I gotta go for just a quick sec. My cat is doing something fucked up. I gotta
Oh
go make
wow.
sure he's not puking on my carpet. I just got a new
Maybe your
carpet, so
cat murked Obama's chef.
I know my cat. He might have. He might have. He's an asshole, so I don't put it past him. But all right, I might jump back up.
All right,
If you can drop me down.
you
Love you
got it.
guys.
All right, take care.
Bye.
Bye.
Let's see.
That's fair. Cats are shady assholes,
They
man.
really are. Let me tell you something. Cats are little tiny merc machines. They are
Absolutely.
vicious. They attack shit much bigger than they are. They have no fear. And they like I read once that I think they murk 2 billion birds a year. Billion with a B.
That sounds about right. Ours will go after snakes, lizards, and
Mm-hmm.
like just anything that they can sink their teeth and claws into. Um, Rabbits, squirrels, birds, you name it. They're
Yep.
after it.
Yep.
But they're perfect little merc machines. Um, man, you ever been around like feral cats?
Yes.
Yeah, living out here in the country, we have quite a lot of them running around, which is fine. Like we let them stay around because they serve a purpose, pest control and whatnot.
Right.
But when one of those little bastards gets into your vehicle and won't get out, and you have to go in there and fish them out, it's legitimately handling a wild animal, and they are fucking vicious.
Yep. Yeah, I had a direct encounter with twins that my then girlfriend adopted, and they were just gangsters. Like I had to put on leather gloves and try to snatch them up by the scruff so they would calm the fuck down, because that was the only thing that would calm them down. Because that's just in their DNA, right? But yeah, they were vicious little fuckers, man. And
Hmm.
it made staying over at her place really nightmarish, because they would just they'd get the zoomies throughout the night and just jump on everything and
Yeah.
everyone. Ugh, I hated it. And so she got to the point where she would leave a window open for them, because they had to go out into the neighborhood and do whatever the fuck they were going to do. And they stayed together all the time. It was pretty wild.
Yeah. Yeah, they form, they're basically tiny little lions. They form little
Yep.
social groups, and they gotta be out on the prowl for something, man. They're tiny vicious creatures, and now we put little kitty caps on their claws, or so that they don't tear shit up, and we put them in sweaters and make Facebook pages for them. Meanwhile, they could just viciously murk anything somewhat near its size.
Yep. Jenna says my cat was the biggest asshole. Yeah. I mean, I love cats. I love dogs and cats. I kind of just love animals, but dogs and cats definitely, and for completely different reasons. Dogs because they love you unconditionally. They are, no matter how long you have them, they are so thrilled to see you every day. If you stay away too long, they freak the fuck out when they see you the next time. And cats because they don't give a fuck about you. you know,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
love that aloofness of cats, which is like,
Hmm.
yeah, I know you feed me, but I still think you're a piece of shit.
Right. Right. Also, interestingly, like if you pass away and you have a dog, that dog will, in almost every case, rather starve itself to unaliving before it ever touches you.
Right.
With a cat, pretty much as soon as your last breath is out, they
Yeah.
start eating.
Yeah. 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 They don't give a shit.
Cats may be your best friend, but you're rarely theirs. That's
Right.
true. Yeah.
Right. Right. Yeah. And that's cool. I like that independent nature. There was a cat that my aunt owned uh in Washington Heights. She had like a menagerie in her house. Cats, dogs, just always. And I remember they just she just lived a few blocks away from us, from me and my mother, and I was there all the time because my brother and sister lived there, my cousins lived there, and I came, I went there once, and and they all told me, "Oh, don't go near this one new cat that we have. It seems to hate people and men in particular." And I was a teenager at the time, um, but I also was like, an animal whisperer. Like animals always loved me, and so I remember I went to where the cat was, but I didn't approach it. I just sat across from it in the hall for about 45 minutes, and I didn't look at it either. I just sort of, looked around. This was before cell phones, so I had nothing to do. I was just sitting there kind of, minding my own business. And then after 45 minutes, the cat came up to me, and that was that. We were good.
Yeah, as long as you don't really try to force your affection, they're cool with it.
Right.
They
And
they got to
and that
think
was
it's
the
their idea.
template for a lot of women that I dated too.
Hmm. Deer are cool. Deer are kind of like having a domestic deer is like having a giant dog.
Yeah.
Basically, they're very dog-like in
I
their
heard
in their
cows are
behavior.
too. Cows are very dog-like.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. Yeah, we call them grass puppies.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And pigs are nice, although,
Yeah.
they're dangerous, but they are very nice.
Yeah.
Very smart too.
Yeah, super, super, super intelligent. Yeah, you can litter box train them and everything. Um, Goats are dumb but really sweet. But like you can house train them. I used to raise Nigerian dwarf goats.
Mm,
And so like a couple of them we would get as bottle babies, and so we'd have to bottle feed them every couple of hours. So we'd just keep them in the house, and instead of waking up and walking outside every 2 hours.
right.
So yeah, we just kept them in the house, and yeah, you can house train them. They'll go to the door just like a dog.
That's cool. Yeah, I there's this one guy, I believe he's French, and he does a lot of covers with just him and his guitar. Got a great
Hmm.
voice, and he sets up in like zoos and animal sanctuaries and stuff, and he just starts
Hmm.
playing and singing, and the animals just come running to hear this guy. And in some instances, he's among the animals, like when
Hmm.
it's like the smaller non-lethal animals, and they just
I
surround
think I've
him.
seen him. Yeah, I think I saw one of his that he did with a copy. I think it was the video that I saw.
Yeah.
Kind of like a striped antelope type
Mm-hmm.
thing.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I've seen some of his stuff. That it is really cool. Cows are also super intrigued by music.
Right.
If you have cows far away somewhere, just go out and start playing music. They will come to find you
Yep.
wherever they may be.
Yep.
They'll come from several acres away to come hear the music and discover what it is.
Yeah. I saw a little girl was she singing alone? I don't know if she was just singing or playing an instrument too, but that's what they showed. Like there were no cows because they had a camera
Hmm.
behind her looking out into a
Hmm.
field, and you didn't see anything. And after she started singing a few minutes later, just a bunch of cows. I'd say easily 50 plus cows just came walking
Was
up to her.
it Was it like no words to it, just like a high pitched kind of call, like notes,
Yeah,
high
yeah, yeah,
pitched
yeah,
notes?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's a practice that's used over in like the Nordic areas. It's called kulning.
Mm,
It's a traditional way that they would call in the cows,
that's wild.
because we've known for centuries that cows have this thing with music, and so your voice carries, especially at higher tones, and
Right.
so it would travel across the land, and that's a way that Nordic countries would call in their cows. Yeah, it's an actual practice called kulning.
That's wild. Absolutely wild. I have a buddy that I went to high school with. He had a band that used to open up for Joan Jett. He's insanely talented. He can play guitar. He can sing. He still does duets on the Book of Faces with a bunch of very famous singers. S.I. Morales comes by his house all the time to sing with him.
Shit,
And
yeah.
he's into taking care of animals. So he has like a sanctuary, plus he supports sanctuaries. And he'll go to
Mm-hmm.
different animal sanctuaries and just, with his acoustic guitar, start playing. And there's this one sanctuary that he goes to that are all donkeys. And the donkeys
Mm-hmm.
especially love him. You know, they just can't
That's
wait to
cute.
get up to them, to get up to him when he starts singing. And sometimes they try to like strum the guitar with their mouth, which is pretty funny too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
You love Joan Jett? Well, you know, Joan Jett is with two T's, by the way, just so you know. But
Mm.
um yeah, yeah, he has this one video where he was at an event and he did a duet with Lita Ford. They did an Ozzy song, as a matter of fact, If I Close My Eyes Forever, because I think that's the song that she did with Ozzy. And
Mm-hmm.
yeah, he's just like the bassist for Player. That band, you know, they had that big hit Baby Come Back. And
Mm-hmm.
he just shows up once in a while and just sings with them. You know, Priscilla
Nice.
Presley is a very good friend of his that comes over for Sunday dinners all the time. It's wild.
That's phenomenal.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah.
And he's also a genius photographer. He's photographed. He has his first book was a book of actors and their pets, or you know, entertainers and their pets. Um,
Aw.
yeah, his second book was with Priscilla. She loaned out a pair of Elvis's sunglasses, and all these celebrities took photos wearing Elvis's sunglasses. It's called Shades of Elvis.
Hmm.
You can buy it online if you want. But yeah, he's insanely
Interesting.
talented. He also does glass carvings. He does wood etchings. You know, and he loves Elvis Presley, so he does like he's done a bunch of them. He did an etching of Eddie Van Halen. You know, he actually got to play with Eddie Van Halen once. Just fucking
That's
insane
cool.
life that this guy has.
That is really cool.
Yeah.
Um, Change of pace and topic, but did you see Trump's latest announcement in regards to Venezuela?
No.
So now apparently we are going to be taking back all of the land and oil that Venezuela has taken from us.
Sure.
Apparently that's a thing. Yeah,
Sure.
yeah. Well,
Hey, look, we've
because
already done it.
right. Fun fact: Venezuela's oil reserves are one of the largest in the world. They
Sure.
have over 5 times the oil reserves that we do here in the United States.
Yeah.
Um, and so he's also putting an embargo and sanctioning every oil tanker that tries to come out of Venezuela. Apparently, that's his goal. Um, so, and apparently, he's going to keep doing all of this until Venezuela returns the land and oil that they stole from us.
Sure. Yeah, this is just a good old
Right.
fashioned land grab. It's, you know,
Right.
there's nothing clever about it. There's nothing controversial about it. It's just so
Right.
obvious. Look, this
Yeah.
guy wants to be king of the world. Obviously, he's trying to finish what
Mm-hmm.
Schmittler started, and it's gonna fail at a certain point. It's just a question of when.
Yeah. I didn't know that the number was up to 99.
Yeah, as of yesterday.
Damn.
Yeah, it's like I think they said either 26 or 27 boats have been blown up, and 99 people have perished.
That's insane.
It is.
I do know that there's starting to be more uh, Republicans who are speaking out. I did catch a couple of addresses from some Republican congressmen that were condemning it, and so that's nice to see, I guess. I wish it was enough, but we all fucking know it won't be.
Well, it isn't because, they just, the House, I think, just voted to block limitations on dump with regard to going after their quote unquote narco terrorists.
Mm.
Oh,
Oh
yeah,
yeah, the Hunger
the
Games
Hunger Games
announcement. That was
announcement, yeah.
wild.
And user 3601 says good. I don't know what you're saying good to, so maybe help us out a little bit. Yorkie says Democrats
Yorkie, can
need
you?
to
Ugh.
stop the hate. Oh, my God.
Yeah, because we're the ones unaliving people in fishing vessels, right?
So that means that you love Donnie? Is that what it is, Yorkie? Is that what you're trying to tell us? You love Daddy Donnie? Here, I'll invite you up. Why don't you express yourself like an adult? Democrats are so toxic. Stop writing shit. You sound like an idiot. Come up and talk to us.
I doubt he's gonna sound less like an idiot by coming
Oh
up and
no,
speaking.
yeah,
But you know,
I have no hopes of that.
yeah, Democrats are the toxic ones because we're totally the ones trying to take away
Oh,
everyone's health
look at
care
the
and
fifth grade
trying to end
response.
people's.
It takes one to know one.
Oh, I'm rubber, you're glue,
Right.
right?
What's next,
Third grade
Yorkie?
call.
We have cooties.
Good lord. Yeah, we're the toxic ones, but remind me again which party it is that's labeling American citizens as domestic T groups. Remind me which party it is that's affiliated with people marching down the street with schmatzy flags. Remind me which party it is that the Triple K votes for. But we're the toxic ones, right?
What happened, Yorkie? Lost your nerve? Oh boy.
Well, like I've said, guys, all those people talking that smack down there in the chat, they all live in dumb Fuckistan.
Yeah.
You can't
You're
get
not
any
wrong.
Yorkie's
stupider
now
than those
blocked because
people.
Yorkie's just a douche.
Sam.
But,
Man, I don't get it. Tomorrow is it tonight? That's the deadline, or is it tomorrow for the e-file releases?
oh, I don't know.
Tomorrow. But
Tomorrow.
they're not going to do it. They're not going to do it. You know it, and I know it. It ain't going to happen.
Yeah. Oh no, I agree. They're not going to, but it is going to be interesting because even a lot of Republicans, have because I think it passed unanimously in the Senate, and it only passed with one person in opposition through the
In the
House.
house.
That
Correct.
if they don't release it by the deadline, that Tulsi Gabbard would be facing criminal charges. So that would be nice to see.
Yeah, well, I believe that when the Pope shows up at the House floor. That'll be good. Yeah.
Yeah. Although the Pope did publicly condemn Trump, so
He
that's
did.
something, I guess.
Whatever.
Yeah.
I don't give a
He's a
fuck
pissed
about the
off dude
Pope.
from Chicago.
I don't care about I automatically can't stand the Pope. I don't care who it is. I'm not. This is the head of a horrific organization. So I don't care if he comes off sweet in
Yeah.
public and says things that people like. He's still the head of a horrific organization that actively participates in protecting PDF files. So fuck that
Yep.
guy.
Yep.
Yeah,
I
fair.
agree. Yep. I agree. Being a fallen Catholic that I am, I agree.
These people that are like, oh, I'm pro-life and let's protect children, but then they're going to go to church on Sunday and put $1 in the basket, helping these people. Like,
But that's paying
what are
to
you
okay
doing?
their sin. Yeah. Yeah, they're paying for it. Pay to play. Yeah. Yep.
It's one of the biggest scams in history.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what's funny too? If you tell someone that you talk to God, no one has a problem with that. right?
Nope.
But if you say God talks to you, they say you're crazy. Why?
Right.
Why is that?
Schizophrenia.
You know. But then we're like, oh well, let's treat the Pope like he's special. Why? Because apparently God talks to him. Like I don't get it. Like what? Why is there a structure for the Catholic Church? Why does there have to be a hierarchy?
Right.
Why is there a guy who's supposed to be special somehow?
Because, hierarchies will always win out, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, Odell, destabilizing countries is kind of our bread and butter. It's what we do.
Yep. They're taking Caribbean countries by rigging elections. Honduras is next. Well, yeah, I mean, I think he's looking for world domination. I know Father Time is going to catch up to him sooner rather than later. Not soon enough for me, but I really wish that he would have to stand trial before he passes away. I would just like to see the humiliation of that, especially when he can't get his hand on hair products.
I would be okay with him passing before any trial as long as he went very publicly and in like the most humiliating way. Like I want him to be standing on a stage at a podium and like publicly keel over and shit himself
Right.
very loudly shit himself and like to where you can't try to excuse it as anything else and then just and then like flop like a guppy.
Right.
I want it
Does
to be as
anybody else smell
humiliating as
pennies?
possible.
Oh fuck! I'd love to see that. There was a South Park episode about that because they talked about when people die they shit themselves, and then a couple of people croaked and that's what you saw that they shit themselves. But yeah, that's one of the indignities of the end of life is that as it's sort of like life's one last fuck you,
Yeah.
you drop and you soil yourself. Oh, fantastic. And I have a feeling when, like if I'm home when I go, who knows how long it's going to take for people to find me. I'm going to be a fucking, a pool of goop by the time people find me. And it's going to be unpleasant. I can tell you that much. Odell says, securing Caribbean trade route to counter Africa trade because they are, excuse me. Oh, God, yeah. Because they use Trinidad as a hub now, yeah. Yeah, I mean, let's face it, America's desperate now because Dump has essentially destroyed all of the important business connections that America had and all of the alliances that America used to have. And these countries have circumvented America. Like China, in essence, decided that the 14% of their GDP that America represents might not even be worth it to them. So they just have done an end run around America. And, not for nothing, China could squash us like a bug if they wanted to. All they'd have to do is call in their treasury notes and we'd be fucked. Also, they have a much bigger army than we do.
Mm. Oh, did you see also they went ahead and signed off on the deal today for the new owners of the US branch of TikTok.
Oh yeah, did they? Is it Zuckerberg and Ellison?
It named a company. I didn't look deeper into seeing who's running it, but I know Barron's supposed to be on the board. Because, They're not going to do anything if one of the family members don't profit from it. But hey,
Right.
Hunter Biden's laptop.
Right. And TKD Rosie says Biden was a disaster. In what way, TKD? I bet you can't say how. I bet you can't say how. I bet you don't know anything about what Biden did for America, do you? And I can't invite you up, but you can request up if you want to, because I'll be willing to listen to you say stupid things.
Also said Trump is the best president ever.
Sure. You know what? I agree. Trump is the best president ever unless you compare him to any other president.
He's the best ever at shitting himself in public.
Yeah, that's true. Got that going for him.
He's the best. He's the best president ever at falling asleep at public events.
That's true too. I mean, I know Biden did that a couple times, but Dump does it almost daily.
Yeah.
I think with Dump, if I have to kind of try to be a detective and figure out what his challenges with staying away, because sometimes he's very energetic and other times he's like conked out. I think he hasn't ever really figured out his doses because, he self-medicates. So that's been the report for a long time, Addies and other shit. And I think he's just never found a good balance for it, especially now that he's older. Whatever he was doing before probably stopped working for him. And he's so arrogant that he's never made any changes, because if you make changes, that means you were wrong about something, Mick says, I'm not mad at him for falling asleep. I'm mad at him for waking up. That's
Same.
Good. Yeah. That's good stuff. Oh, fuck. What a wild conversation this has been. I was hoping one of the Jesus freaks would have come up, but none of them did.
Surprise, surprise.
Yeah, and TKD Rosie won't come up either, because I'm guessing TKD is TK dumb. Let's see. Yeah. Yeah, the psychos have left the building, it seems. But anyway, anything else on anybody else's mind? I definitely have been out of the loop lately because I've just been fucking tired all the time. But well, I know there's been a lot of shit going on. Every time I do catch a hint of what's going on, it's just fucking depressing.
Have you been keeping up with the Jack Smith thing?
No, I know he testified recently in a hearing, and he said that he had evidence beyond a reasonable doubt regarding 2020.
Yes. Also, apparently he wanted, and his lawyers pressed for that hearing to be public, but the Republicans were like, no, we're going to make it closed door.
Yeah. Which is unprecedented. Most of the time, special counsels have public hearings.
Right. Yeah. And so apparently, the rumor is, it's not, Jack Smith himself hasn't commented on it, but the rumor is that he wants to go public with it, and that he is willing at any time, once he, the hearing is over and it's no longer all, confidential, that he wants to release everything. So that would be interesting.
Yeah. Well, I think he'd be wise to keep his desires to himself, because, that guy Peter Green was working on a documentary, and Rob Reiner was working on a documentary too, and both of them were going to shed real bad light on Daddy Dump.
Yeah.
There's a interesting article that just came out from a reporter that got verifiable documentation from the New York Times that the Trump administration plans to strip citizenship from naturalized Americans.
Yeah, they've been talking about that for a long time.
Well, they're really
Yeah.
ramping it up now because normally they push it when somebody has done some type of war crime or treasonous crime to the United States. They go after them for that, but they're doing a wider net on it, and they're going to go back decades on the citizenship, just not the last 10 years or so. So
Mm.
I just thought I'd bring it up. I've been
Yeah.
reading it, and I published it in my Discord if you want to read it. So.
I do know that Trump also wants to declare every Venezuelan a narco terrorist as well.
Correct.
Jesus
Correct.
Christ, man. I mean, what a joke
Yeah.
this guy is.
Yeah.
Like now,
Yep.
your country of origin makes you a criminal automatically. Your skin makes you a criminal automatically.
Yep.
Fuck, man.
Hmm. Oh, I did some pretty intensive research and digging the other day, going all the way back to Inauguration Day, compiling a list of all of the people that, like primarily government employees, that Donald Trump has sought revenge against and done, either fired them or, like remove security details or just any sort of political retribution, right?
Hmm.
Do you want to know how many people I found?
Yes,
426.
that's not surprising at all.
Yeah, yeah. Although starting, he did a lot of them his very first day in office, but he's continued to do it almost daily. Um, so yeah, but yeah, he's not petty or anything, right? He's not a little baby back bitch about it, and just going after people who dare to oppose him, right?
I mean, imagine that this is you are literally the most powerful person on earth, and this is what you devote your time to. This is what
Yeah.
instead of trying to, like, every president had the ability to enrich themselves, except they had too much respect for the Constitution to do it. So it's like, all right, let's concede this insane desire to be even richer than you were. Um, and I get it. He saved his ass. Like he was running out of money in 2024. And if that one lawsuit had gone all the way through, that civil trial that Letitia James did, he would have been out $500 million, and that would have basically bled him dry. Not that he would have been
Correct.
penniless, but he would have been in bad shape. And so he has now reconstituted that and then some. He's made billions this year. And it's like, why can't you also allow us to just fucking live? Like leave everybody alone. Stop going after brown people. Stop going after young people, taking away food from children, taking away food from the elderly, taking away Medicare or medical benefits from people. Like why do you have to do all of that on top of the robber baron shit that you're doing? You know what I mean? Like it doesn't I think it's just pure evil on his part.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, Mitch. That was 1973 or 74, and it was actually Richard Nixon's Justice Department that knocked him, his father, and the Trump Organization for racist real estate practices, and he wound up settling that out of court.
Yeah, but John
And then
Mitchell would
just
be Attorney General then.
Right.
And then just a few short years later, faced another big time lawsuit for refusing to pay the contractors for building his buildings.
Oh yeah, and
Yep.
those were ongoing. I mean, at this point, I believe he's had something like 2,600 lawsuits just on that.
Yeah. But yeah, he's an upstanding guy, right? What do you guys
Yeah.
remember the days when we used to hold the president of the United States to a higher standard?
Yeah,
Y'all remember that?
Yeah,
I remember that.
I remember when these people got mad over a tan suit. Now they don't give
Yeah.
a shit over Schmurder.
No.
Right.
Yeah, they lost their shit on that tan suit that Obama wore that one day.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
he
then you
looked
look
damn
back
good doing
at
it
old
too.
He
photos and you
looked
see
good
that
in it
lots of
too.
presidents wore tan suits.
Right.
Oh, Harry Truman did.
Yeah.
That was one of his favorite colors,
Carter
suits that he
did,
wore.
Reagan
Yep.
did, I think MacArthur did also. Like, it's just another color of suit that you can wear. It's a very
Yeah.
bland, they basically wear blue, black, and tan. That's basically it, right?
Yeah.
That's their whole
Right.
palette. So,
They
like,
didn't. At
what
least
is
they
the
didn't show
problem?
up. At least they didn't show up in John Fetterman's outfit to work. You know. Fetterman's excuse said they don't make a suit big enough for him.
Which is, of course, horseshit. And especially when you can
Yeah, off the
afford,
shelf.
you can
Yeah.
afford tailored clothes. There's no excuse.
Yeah.
I think Fetterman really I think he's lost it. I think his brain has been too severely damaged at this point.
Yeah. More than likely. He's a closet Republican anyway. He needs to go.
Yeah, but he wasn't. Like, Fetterman seemed to be before his
Stroke.
illness.
Yeah,
He
for his
seemed to
stroke.
be okay. I think his stroke really fucked him up.
Yeah. Turning his brain to mush. Yeah. Well, it's amazing how the conversation changed after Jeannie left.
Miss Kent. Yeah. There's a whole video montage of candidates after they lose, calling the winner to congratulate them. You know, one of the uh, unique aspects that America was known for was very significant, and that is the peaceful transfer of power. Because traditionally around the world, that's not how it worked. Most of the time there was a transfer of power, there was violence associated with it. Look at how Putin got into power. He just burst into a room and rat-a-tat-tatted everybody in that room with a bunch of goons, and then suddenly he's powerful. And that was not unusual, you know. And so the fact that America said, "Hey, you know what? We're going to fight real hard in the campaigns, but whoever wins, the loser concedes and congratulates the winner, and then works with the winner to try to make the country as good as possible." And Dump ended that. He absolutely ended that. Trump chef can have a book deal. Right, Saddam, Pablo Escobar. Well, Escobar, he wasn't a leader, but yes, I mean, in the world of organized crime, yeah, the power shifts almost entirely through violence. I was working in the city when oh man, was it Carmine Gigante? Was that the one that got it in the restaurant? Fuck, I might be remembering that name wrong. Uh he was got in I think it was John Gotti who did it, but it was in a steakhouse in New York City. It was Castellano, not Gigante. So Paul Castellano, December 16th, 1985, Sparks Steakhouse in Midtown Manhattan. And it was a hit ordered by John Gotti. Because that's the way you took
I did
power.
not know that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, New York City has a long history of public whackings. you who else got it? He didn't he didn't expire at the restaurant, but fuck, I know one guy got hit in it might have been a Bronx restaurant. and then like 2 days later in the hospital is when he passed away. But yeah, that whole, because prohibition created organized crime essentially, right? And throughout America, you had all sorts of shit going on, but New York City was basically the epicenter for that because, and it was just happenstance because the Italians landed in New York City first and foremost, and so that's where the center of organized crime started. La Cosa Nostra. Anybody anybody know the translation of that?
I do not.
La Cosa Nostra means this thing of ours. That's what the Italians call their crime families. Yeah, not only were my next door neighbors Italian when I moved to Long Island, but I married an Italian and I lived and worked in New York City, so you can't go anywhere in New York City that is not touched by the mob. Like if you opened a business, you had to deal with the mob. If you built anything, you had to deal with the mob. Whatever it is, you had to deal with the mob.
We used to have a town here in Arkansas that was like that. It was one of way, way, way back in the day. It was known for like the hangout of the gangsters. There's been several pew pewings here back in the day as well. It's Hot Springs, Arkansas. They used to all congregate here for the natural hot springs and the bathhouses and shit like that. But we have a hotel called the Arlington Hotel. Yeah, it was
The
a
red light
famous.
district in their town. Yep.
Yeah, Al Capone was real big here. It was like one of his favorite hangouts.
Yeah, he passed away. It was what was that? Syphilis, something like that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, in
Some
prison.
type of venereal disease.
Yeah. Yeah, it's unfortunately it's the type that makes you crazy before it takes your life, and which was part of the reason why he was so erratic the last few years of his life. Because he was like
I think
I see
he
a
was
lot of-
hyper
natural.
violent, but it's so weird that he didn't get taken down for importing alcohol or for running numbers or for prostitution or any of that. He got taken
Tax
down for
evasion, wasn't
taxes.
it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got him on taxes. You know.
Two things in life are certain:
Right.
death and taxes.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah. No, but yeah, I mean he was huge, but Escobar I would say is, I believe to this day he's still the wealthiest criminal in human history. That at one point he was spending $50,000 a week just on rubber bands for the money.
I heard that. I wonder how, like, if Putin would come close to, because
Well, yeah, I mean, right now he's probably the wealthiest person. He's just not categorized as a criminal, right? But it's likely that he's the
Well-
wealthiest person or one of the wealthiest people on earth. I mean, I still think there's Saudi princes that are way wealthier, but he's got to be.
Yeah.
I would have to assume that he's in the top 20.
Yeah. Would a warrant from the International Criminal Court go towards making Putin a criminal? Because he has one of those.
Well, not until he's convicted.
Oh, fair enough. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, just when I heard that Escobar spent $50,000, and this is in the 80s, he's spending $50,000 a week just on rubber bands for money. But also one of the other things he did is he got his entire crew a new cell phone every day.
Jesus.
Yeah. Yeah, and there was another big gangster who wound up passing away when he went to get facial surgery. He went to get some kind of facial reconstruction, and he passed on the table.
Who was that?
Cartel leader who blank during plastic surgery. And this was in the 80s too, I think. Yeah, oh, I was wrong. Okay. 97. Amado Carrillo Fuentes. He was head of the Juarez cartel.
Interesting.
I thought it was the 80s. That's weird. Yeah, this guy owned a fleet of airplanes, including a Boeing 727.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
He said, fuck a private jet.
Yeah. No, the you know, when you're at the top of that pyramid, the money's insane. The money is almost unimaginable. Because it flows up, right? So it's like what Frank White said in King of New York, the great Christopher Walken. If you sell a nickel bag, I want in. Every I mean, imagine that. Imagine an empire built on $5 individual pieces of product. So that you could afford fucking jets and shit like that. But that's how, it's a supply and demand thing. Like it makes no sense to go after the supply as long as the demand is there. Like the demand is always going to win. That's why prohibition didn't work, because people wanted alcohol. And so they were going to find it one way or another, and they were going to be willing to do illegal shit to get it, and that meant that people who wanted to supply it were going to be willing to do illegal shit. And you had you had streets being sprayed with machine gun fire just because people wanted to get their hooch.
Have you seen the movie what is it, Lawless, with Tom Hardy?
Yes.
Excellent movie.
Yes.
Yeah, you had the rise of the bootleggers and the shiners and all of them fine folk.
And again, it was just because the demand was there. I'll say this till I drop. It makes no sense to tell adults how they can feel good at all. There's only one rule as far as I'm concerned, is don't hurt anybody else with what you're doing. So if you want to take illicit substances, take them. What's the fucking difference? And especially when you allow something like alcohol on the shelves, that's outrageously destructive.
Right. I did see, because Trump did reschedule the
Mary
Devil's
Jane.
Lettuce.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which it's needed to happen for forever now.
Yeah, the fact that was Schedule 1 was just a fucking joke.
Yeah, reefer madness, right?
Yeah. But I say get rid of all of it. Just make everything legal. It would actually be better for the economy if you did.
Especially if you regulate it and tax it.
Yeah.
I mean, even just federally allowing for, Mary Jane in and of itself, the amount of tax revenue that comes in from it, Colorado, I think, was one of the first states to do it recreationally.
Mm-hmm.
Not the first, but one of.
Mm-hmm.
And within a year, they had completely revamped their education system and everything for the state. Their test scores shot up because of all the resources that they were now able to pour into their schools. I mean, just the revenue that you can create from it.
Exactly.
It's stupid not to, honestly.
Right. And you're going to unburden the police force with nonsense bullshit like going after people trying to make themselves feel good. Right? You're going to unburden the prisons, but that's why they keep the war on, is because it's a lot of money to fight the war. It's not because the war is justified. It's not even because the war makes sense. And it's not because the war is actually accomplishing anything good. The only thing it's accomplishing is a lot of people are making a lot of money for it.
Yeah, and honestly, a
Yeah,
lot of the police don't even really give a shit about it most of the time now, anyways, as long as it's under a certain amount. Like here in Arkansas, it's medically legalized, but there's like a lot of hoops for it, and you can only have a certain set of conditions that will qualify you for one. But even if you don't have a medical card, if you're pulled over and they find you with it, as long as it's under like a obviously like an intent to distribute amount, they'll just make you pour it out and stomp it in the dirt and send you on your way with a ticket. They don't give a shit.
you were correct. I lived in Colorado. They were the first at that time. And Washington State, where I live at now, was the second state to make it legal.
Nice.
That is
I was
correct.
really surprised. Yeah, I was really surprised that Missouri did. I think like last year or year before last, Missouri recreationally legalized it, which I live 45 minutes from the Missouri border. So, heyo.
There you
Um,
go. Yep.
you know, so at least there's that.
I
But
love them
I hope.
gummies.
Oh yeah, yeah. So that's a nice time.
Oh yeah.
I know there's a
Yeah,
couple
that
of
was today.
countries that either legalized or decriminalized all substances, and all in each case, it worked out beautifully. You
Hmm.
know, it again, you take away the criminal elements, so that way police can go after real crime. You know, you stop burdening the healthcare system. You stop ruining people's lives by throwing them in jail instead of rehabilitating them. And you have less consumption because a lot of people just do it because it's prohibited.
Hmm.
So it's just all around. It works out. I know Portugal, Uruguay, Mexico, Spain, Germany. They've all seen positive outcomes because of either again legalizing or decriminalizing. Because like what is the point? Where is the logic in like because what's next? I can't spin around until I fall down because that feels good too. You know, how about overeating? Overeating feels good. So is that going to be criminalized? Like it doesn't. There's no logic to it. You
Yeah, and
know.
I mean it genuinely helps the society as well. I mean, even in states where it's not necessarily legalized, but they do like even like safe sites, right?
Right.
Um, and then they have this shift, and now you're not walking down the sidewalk and stepping over used needles every other step. You know, so they're able to kind of clean up the area a bit. I mean,
Right.
yeah, there's still rampant illicit substance usage, but fuck, at least it's something.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I just think a lot of it comes from this like America is schizophrenic, man. Like think about the fact that like you could open up Instagram or walk out and look at posters that are put up depending on, how big your city is or whatever, and you're going to see cleavage constantly, right? If you pass a magazine store or a magazine stand on the street, you're going to see magazine covers, and almost all magazine covers have women on the cover. Even women's magazines have women on the cover. And you're going to see cleavage all the time. So America loves tits, but they're afraid of nipples. Like, why?
That was
Yeah,
my favorite
yeah.
part. That was my favorite part.
I never was able to
Mine too,
decide.
Danny. Mine
I,
too.
I just like the whole thing, but, and as a matter of fact,
Well,
the,
me too.
the
But
last
yeah.
woman that I dated, the one I broke up with in 2022, she had the biggest set that I had ever seen in real life that were real. I've seen some fake ones at strip clubs and stuff like that, but she was real, and it was just enormous. I think she said her cup size was like a double H or some shit like that.
Yeah.
Just insane. I loved it. It was quite
I was
spectacular.
going to say that's a mouthful.
And it's a house full.
Yeah. Well, I got a big
Me,
mouth. What can I say? You know.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Like I have, well, Alicia, the conversation kind of just tends to flow as it will. Anyway, don't get me wrong. I like to have a nice area to bury my face in, but I'm cool with a handful. I got little hands. It don't take much to make me happy.
Whatever gets you through the night, you know?
Don't threaten me with a good time there, Jessica.
What does this have to do with MJ? Who's MJ?
Mary Jane.
Oh, gotcha.
Mary Jane. Yeah.
Oh yeah, we've been just zooming through different topics, and now we're on tits apparently.
Yeah. Oh, but yeah. To your point, yes, that. And also like same with butts as well. Like it's fine to see a woman in like a thong bikini on the cover of something, but a lot of like TV stations still have the guideline that they can show cheek but not crack.
That whole
But yet
thing
they can
makes
show a
no
woman in
sense
a
to me.
thong.
Like supposedly IG is no nudity, right? And yet, like you're telling me that a patch of clothing this big or smaller on the top of someone's butt is covering the butt?
Right.
Like I don't. What do you mean? Like I see both cheeks. Like what? How is this not nudity? And I'm not complaining. I love to see it, but it doesn't make any sense to me. You know?
Right.
Like I think we live in this weirdly prudish and weirdly spontaneous at the same time concurrently prudish society. It's like it's prudish and lascivious at the same time. You know? Like, you know, you see the way women are depicted in certain films or again, you know, artwork and all this other shit. So we somehow love bodies and are afraid of bodies at the same time. It's very weird. Very weird place.
Of course, because we have to be just scared of them enough to be able to market them.
Right. Right. Like, you know, it works just like everything else, right? Prohibition creates the desire for something. Because in some countries, like if you think of especially like African cultures where the women walk around topless, I'm guessing nobody's excited by that. Because you're seeing them everywhere all the time, you know? Like, I mean, I see nude images every day. And I still, for some reason, enjoy them, but I'm guessing that if I walked out of my house and there were nude women, then eventually I would just not care. It would just be regular, you know? Hold on. What is Alicia saying? Oh, gee, goodness. I always see a warning message for men, but not men. Does anybody know what
She
that means?
recorrected and said women.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, for women. Yeah. Yeah, so like on IG, you can see like scantily clad women, but she said, but why do they not allow it for like gay men? And I was like, I've seen plenty of scantily clad gay men on IG. And she said she always gets a warning for hers. I haven't ever seen a warning for them. But it could just, maybe it's how your settings are set up.
Yeah, that's what I think. It might be a
Perhaps.
settings thing. Yeah. Like even Reddit has that setting where, you know, you can pixelate quote unquote adult images.
Yeah, NSFW
Right.
images. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, no, I know Sam autocorrect got my ass. I did not mean to say hey men. But yeah, autocorrect got me. Speaking of which, my show comes on in 2 minutes.
All right.
So I may have to.
Which show are we talking about?
I have been entrenched in Heated Rivalry. It's a new show
Oh, never heard
on
of it.
HBO. It's probably not going to be your cup of tea, but it's a great show. Awesome cinematography. Like their shots that they use, it's like visually stunning. But it is about gay hockey players, so it might
That's
not be your cup of tea.
hilarious.
Yeah, it's really well done. Like
I
it's
mean, if it's a good story, I don't care who
beautifully
it is.
done.
It's just like when people made a big deal out of Brokeback Mountain. I'm like, it's just a love story. Like what,
Right.
you know?
Hell
It
yeah.
is it is also it's not it's kind of explicit. It just kind of depends on your definition of what you find to be explicit.
Yeah.
Personally, me with all of my like fun smutty books, I don't give a shit. I'm like, this is a great time.
Well, there was
Um
another show on HBO a long time ago, or Showtime, I forget, but Queer as Folk, I think. I think that's what it was
yeah,
called.
yeah.
I used to watch that. I thought it was a great show because I don't
Oh, then
care
you
about
might
like
genuinely
what
like
the
it. Yeah.
character's sexuality is. I just is it interesting? Is it a you know what I mean? Like that's why I was so disappointed with Brokeback Mountain. People made such a big deal about it, and I was like, it's just a fucking love story. It's no like there's nothing special about it. You're all titillated because it's two guys kissing, but it doesn't matter. Anyway,
Right. You may genuinely like it. It's very well shot.
I'll check it out. I've got it pulled up. So
Yeah.
here we go. I'm gonna save it
Yeah.
and I'll check it out.
They do a really good job at portraying like yearning and like all of that type shit. And you like rom-coms, so like you're more cool with like the kind of more romantic like subtleties and things. So you
Hmm.
may genuinely enjoy it. It's a
I'll
great
be
show.
happy to try it out. All right. Well, go enjoy your show, and thanks for coming up as always.
Thank you. Have a great
Yeah. See
night.
you
Bye.
tomorrow.
Bye.
All
See you tomorrow.
right. So Danny, any final thoughts before we head out?
Well, I take it that I'm glad that she had to get the puck out of here because she had to show a bunch of hockey players the puck out of here. But that'd be euphemism. Anyway, uh, tomorrow, of course, is Trivia Pursuit.
Trivial Pursuit
Yep.
Fridays.
Yep. 3 p.m. Pacific time, 6 Eastern for you people on the East Coast. And it's a lot of laughs, a lot of fun for those people that have never been to Trivial Pursuit on the way of positive change with Grandpa Danny. Please come. I think you'll enjoy it. If anything, just watching us make a fool out of ourselves on Trivial Pursuit fun. We have a lot of laughs.
Hey, someone just
And
came in and said, I say so many false narratives. So this is SS65, it looks like. So here, I'm inviting you up. I'd love to hear you tell me. Oh, this person has a photo, a photo image that says "I am Charlie." I don't think so.
oh,
Aren't
that
you
tells you where
breathing?
he's at.
Come on. Am I reading that right? SS65. I wonder what that stands for. SX.
Super Sport
You say
65,
so
maybe.
many false narratives. I mean, that's kind of that seems like a non-English speaker. And says, I worked for Democrats for years. Never did they help me. So now I walked away. Never will I again. So yeah, you sound like you're an idiot. You're not, you know, you're not making much sense here. What does that have to do with me and saying false narratives? Many in Chicago turning against the Democrats. It's becoming a Trump city. Like, who gives a fuck? What are you talking about? So you're just gonna chirp away. I'm gonna block you because you really sound stupid. So you didn't take my invitation, so you get blocked. That's how it works. So yes, everybody again, Danny tomorrow night, Friday night, 6 p.m. Eastern time, trivia. I hope to be there. I kind of feel like I'm catching a cold now. I'm feeling it in my head right now.
Well,
But it could just be the
and
dust. I gotta clean this fucking
it
place
is.
up.
You need to dust this place, you
I
know.
really do.
In a
I
way,
I That's the only way I'll know for sure. And actually, the
Uh,
last time I dusted was like a year ago.
oh wow, yeah, you're overdue.
But the good thing is, like J.D. Salinger once said, after a year, the dust doesn't get any worse.
That's right. That's true. That's true. But
Well,
anyway, yeah,
yes.
tomorrow is Trivial Pursuit. Monday, I'll be doing my regular live show. I won't be doing one on Wednesday because that's Christmas Eve. So I'm
Oh,
quite sure
that's right.
that'll everybody will be doing their, Christmas evening, whatever that is.
I'll
And
probably
then
I'll probably
next,
do a live show because I probably won't have anything else to do.
well, you might talk me into it. I'll see what happens. That I'll do one. But anyway, maybe we'll do a co-hosting one. I think that'd be
Oh,
a
that would
lot of
be good.
fun
Yeah, yeah.
on Christmas
Christmas
Eve.
Eve
You know,
co pilot show. That'd be great. Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
Let's do that.
yeah. Let's do that. So, and we can kind of bring the time together instead of three, and your time. We can meet in the middle and do a couple hour show around 5 or so. So we
Well,
could do something
well,
like
I'll
that.
think
That'd be a lot
about
of fun.
that. We'll see. We'll see how that goes.
Whatever you want to do. I'm
Yeah.
easy. I ain't cheap. And then of course next Friday after day after Christmas, we're doing Trivial Pursuit.
There you
So
go.
that's next week's schedule.
That's Boxing Day
Yep.
in Canada, anyway.
Yep.
All right, cool, excellent. All right, so thanks for coming up as always, brother. I love you. I will talk to you soon.
All right. Love you too, man. Have a good night. Get some rest.
I'll try.
And hopefully we'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah. All right, folks, it's been a pleasure. It was a long and winding road through many topics, but that's how it goes sometimes, and I love it. So for everybody who hung in there, leaving comments and likes and shares and gifts and all that good stuff, I appreciate it. To my panelists, always spectacular. Thank you so much. And with that, hopefully we'll see you soon. Peace, love, and granola. Good night.